Hello everybody, welcome back to Landedkiller Show. Today's video is more of a sobering topic. I figured I would cover this and take the risk to cover this topic. What if Russia goes to war with World of Warships? What do I think would happen to World of Warships? I think that you would still see World of Warships around, unless the United States specifically sanctions overseas games like World of Warships. I don't feel like the game would go anywhere. I feel like you would have to specifically sanction international transactions between Cyprus and the United States in order for something to happen on that front. They'd have to go directly after Cyprus because that's where all the payments get processed from, and that's how anything, if at all, would be really affected with the game. Is if suddenly if Russia really just is stupid and tries to take Cyprus, which I don't really think would happen. What you're dealing with here is that you got Russia trying to sit there and up the ante against Ukraine because they want to go after more seaports, I believe. I believe that's part of the reason why Russia's trying to be so aggressive and take Ukraine, besides the fact that it wants to sit there and apply for NATO membership pretty much. Now, I wouldn't say expect this to be the norm for talks of the channels cover. I just figure nobody's covering it, I might as well take a shot at it, you know. But honestly, this whole thing is part of the president of Russia, Vladimir Putin, I think, strategy to reclaim some territory because he remembers the old Soviet Union and all that. Now, looking at this from an objective standpoint, what kind of stuff could we expect if they were specifically sanctions targeted towards Cyprus? Well, you'd probably see Wargaming switching payment processors to a third party in the US and have them transfer the money over to Cyprus that way. I don't believe that they haven't thought of this. They obviously got a backup plan in case stuff happens, because most of the payments are processed in Cyprus, Greece. That's where all the banking stuff takes place. Developers for this game specifically are in St. Petersburg, Russia, so I mean, Russia could go over there and say, stop developing games for the Americans, but I doubt that's going to happen, seriously. Well, obviously, you have the scenario nobody wants. War. All-out nuclear war. At that point, like, everybody's just SOL. I doubt Russia's that stupid to do that. More likely, they're going to try to use their secret soldiers like they did last time when they took Crimea. They're going to pull those guys out to go try to take territory in Ukraine. And they're going to try to disguise. They like to put on a little bit of a show. They like to say, "Oh, those forces are not ours," like they did with Crimea. That's probably what they're going to do. And they're going to sit there and disguise soldiers to fake something, and then they'll use that as an excuse to go in and cause trouble there. Obviously, you know, most people, they don't really think about what's going to happen, blah, blah, blah. But World of Warships, I don't see going anywhere, neither World of Tanks, because, like I said, all the money is processed from Cyprus. It's really easy to sit there and have a different team take over development for a while of the game, if somehow the St. Petersburg office wasn't able to transmit data over. So in order for them not being able to transfer data over, Russia would have to basically create their own firewall, Chinese style pretty much, and block any data from leaving there. And then by that point, you know, Wargaming's gonna sit there and be like, hey, we gotta keep the game going, let's get some of our other studios under our belt to develop the game. So they can easily just bug the console teams, which are more based in the US, to take care of that, because they literally have most of the same data. It's not like they don't have backups there already. If they don't, then they're really stupid. Honestly. I do not see Wargaming not having some backups of the servers and all that over in the hands of other developers. Do I imagine that content would slow down by a lot? Yes, but I believe that the base game would stay alive, at least for some time, because it'll be entirely unprofitable to run the game without updates, of course. People will get bored of playing the same ships over and over again. Now, do I enjoy talking about war? No, I don't. I really don't. Basically, current events kind of pushed me to review the movie Lord of War recently, so that's... I'm going to leave that linked in the description below for those that are interested in that. But I believe that this topic should be covered when something major like this happens occasionally. But only if it's major, not if it's something minor. Like, oh, there's a Russian spy on the Ukrainian border, blah blah blah. No. When you have an event that is possibly going to take place and everybody's like covering it, then I think it deserves some coverage. That's how I feel about it anyway. Now, I believe that conflicts take place, money, power, land, change of regime, all those things usually. I don't believe that Russia would be stupid to start all-out war. So I think people need to calm down a little bit. But if Russia is dumb enough to do that, then yes, the game will be gone for good. If they essentially create war. But an incursion into Ukraine, unless sanctions are specifically directed at international commerce in Cyprus, Greece, I doubt that you're gonna see much change happening. They'll probably just transition development off to another one of the development teams that Wargaming Global owns, pretty much. You know what I mean? They have plans for this thing. They're not stupid. Because they have a lot of money flowing in and out every year. Now, is Wargaming gonna be a little annoyed that somebody wanted to talk about this? Maybe. If Wargaming wishes for me to remove the video, I will comply. But otherwise, you know, I'm going to keep the video up. But if I'm asked to take it down, I will. I don't mind listening to requests for that. I'd rather they just dialogue with me directly, as I'm very active on the forums and on Discord. I'm pretty easy to reach. Either that or they can shoot me an email. Either way, I am going to be respectful and take this video down if Wargaming requests it. Otherwise, I will keep it up until an email is sent or nothing happens. Because at this point, you know, whatever's going to happen is whatever's going to happen. We're just going to have to prepare either way. But don't panic, okay? Like, don't panic. It's not the point of this video. The point of this video is just kind of talk about the realities of the situation. Do I think that they're going to sit there and be stupid enough to bulldoze through all of Ukraine? No. I think that that Russia's going to try to seize some territory from Ukraine, and that's what they're going to do. They're going to try to seize some territory and go from there. That's usually what they would do, because they don't want to fear all-out nuclear war at that point. So this was my coverage on the Russian situation, as there's really nothing. Well, I could go into more details on super test ships, and of course, but I already pretty much did that in the devlog. Hopefully, you know, I'll have something a little lighter to say in the next video. Until then, you know, if you want, check out the Lord of War review. I'll leave it linked in the description, and yes, it is age restricted, so those that are under 18 won't be able to watch. Only those that are adults will be able to watch. So, there you go. Otherwise, have a good day, and I'll see you in the next video.